which is one of morphing, mutation, change. And what you did here, you led us into the process by which first your words, lyrics, which came out of you, then you submit them to Ben Folds, and he converts it into music and arrangements. And then on top of that, the album, you agree to go onto the next stage and get Margot Sapping to further transform it. By the time she was finished with it, Bill, I mean, did you feel, my gosh, this thing is something I never expected, or did you feel it fulfilled what you were looking to do?
And this is a microcosm in filmmaking. You know, this is the second time I've seen it with an audience. Usually you see something like this at home on a CD, and it's small, and the smaller screen will accept the rough photography better than a large screen like this. But it's rare in the film, if a filmmaker, guy directs a film, person who directs a film, kind of loses it after a while. You got to strive to keep control. There's so many egos involved. There's people with different skills. I'm an editor, and I'll edit it. I'll fix that scene. Fix what scene? I mean, I shot 17 takes on, you know, and you're going to fix the scene? Okay, you'll fix the scene. And then the music acting. I'll play some good music behind this, and it'll help the scene. I thought the scene paper. No, I'll write some music, and the music will be good. And I'm going to color correct that so the color is better. And there's so many egos involved in making a film. This one is a small little thing, and I sort of nurtured along the way, and it was mine for a long time, and then it became big screen entertainment. By the way, did a wonderful job. Became theirs for a while, and then there were some people in Milwaukee who had something to do with it, and they were wonderful. But all the time, it's small, and it's within your grasp. It doesn't leave you, and so I was thrilled by being able to stay with it and enjoy the process. This was like having a baby without the contortions. Well, no, there were some birthing pains there.
And the epidural was wonderful, wasn't it? Tell me honestly, was there a little bit of sweet revenge for the response from certain quarters to transform man? Was there a little kick in doing it?
The biggest kick in doing this, Ben toured the United States as he does all the time. They're always constantly touring. So he was now in town at Los Angeles at what was the name of the theater?
Ball.
No. Sandy, what's the name of the theater that I? No, that I did the.
Oh, the Wilshire?
The Wilshire, was it?
The
Wiltern Theater. Okay, so he's playing the Wiltern Theater, big house. And he says to me, why don't you come in and sing some of this album with me while I perform some of my other songs? I said, you mean you want to go on stage and do rock and roll with you? Wow. So I thought that would be really good, and we rehearsed in a big airplane hangar, and we did all the rock and roll things. And I came into the Wiltern Theater, and I did a half hour of rock and roll in front of an audience. And I'm jamming with the guys, and he's got all these other rock and roll, and I'm a rock and roll. Somehow I'm a rock and roller. I don't even know what to wear. What's a rock and roller wear? You know, I was thinking, what do I wear as a rock and roller? The last number of that half hour that I did in front of that audience was Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Yes.
Possibly more maligned than Mr. Tambourine. And this was the moment. Blackness, spotlight, and my finger goes up. And I begin to sing the song, and they start cheering and laughing because they understood what I was doing. That finger was the moment.
giving me the finger. I have to tell you...
It is a digital art.
Yes. To me, there's a frightening moment in the film, which is otherwise a very benign piece of work, where you're introducing... I can't get behind that. And suddenly we hear, all of us feel this terrible thing coming, this catastrophe. It's like Captain Kirk telling us the end of the world is getting ready to happen. I suddenly had a flashback to some of those shows where you're predicting the imminent demise of mankind, right? But here, obviously, you slip it in, and it's not a sermon or an editorial, but obviously it's something you really believe in. Could you talk a bit about it?
Well, I don't want to alarm you, but you're going to die. A horrible death, unable to breathe the air and drink the water. I don't want to alarm you, though. I want you to sleep well tonight. There's this terrible thing happening in our world. And we're discussing, I don't know, should we cap and trade, or should we trade and cap? I don't know. You know, should we burn some more coal? That's expensive to get a scrubber on the smokestack. It's expensive, man. We can't do that. Meanwhile, whole shelves of ice are melting, and water. You taste the Los Angeles water? What's the San Diego water like? Worse. It can't be worse. It's terrible. It's a sign of things to come. What are we doing? Why aren't we facing up to this awful responsibility? The whole world, everybody. I mean, China's saying, well, you guys did it first, so you got to clean it up. And we're saying, well, but now you're doing it, and we're all going to go at the same time. It's ridiculous.